Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Mbuyelo. I am a fellow member at TRADEHOUSE Billionaires, and basically today I'll be doing a video, a three-part video. The first video is going to be on the S&P 500, NASDAQ, gold, and Bitcoin. The second video is going to be on all major Forex pairs, and the last video is going to be on your volatility 75 and the other volatility pairs. Okay, guys, so if you guys find any value from this video, please definitely do leave a subscribe there and hit the like button. It definitely helps us a lot, especially in the long term, and we're looking to do this for a pretty long time. So just to get into it, guys, the first thing we want to identify is I want to show you where we are actually on the monthly time frame. Last week was a crazy week. We had a massive sell-off, and what I want to show you guys is the bigger picture. Okay, I want to show you guys the bigger picture. Let me just hide all my drawings for you guys and just show you what is happening. Okay, just come down to you guys. Cool. So as you guys can see, we had this 2008 2007 crash, and ever since we've been rallying to the upside. So basically for about 10 years we've been moving to the upside in a bullish trend, and right now we're at basically all-time highs. We're above all-time highs, and it seems like we're having a little retracement and we might push to the upside. Okay, so this is on the monthly chart, and what I want you guys to see is actually this trend line that I have drawn here. Actually just remove this little drawing here. Okay, it doesn't want to move, but nevertheless, what I want to show you guys is this trend. You see this touch here, this touch here, this area here, this area right here as well. This trend line is basically holding this market right now. We basically broke above it around July, and ever since we've been rallying to the upside. And what I think may happen is we might come down to actually test this line and then continue to the upside again. Okay, so let's just go onto the smaller time frames so I can actually show you guys what I'm seeing on the daily, the 4 hour, and the other small time frames. Okay, so this is the 4 hour time frame, and I just want to zoom out for you guys so I can show you how I actually came about getting these trend lines. As you guys can see, this trend line we have below here has basically been holding the market up for the last few months until we lose this trend line. Then I will say the market is crashing. But it seems like now we're only looking to have a retracement, a small retracement to around this level. And this is where that horizontal level I told you guys comes into play. So on Friday, we had this massive sell-off to the downside, a 6% drop in about a day and a half. Let's look at that. It was about 6% in about a day and a half, around there. And for us to make that 6% move to the upside, let me show you guys how long it took to make 6% to the upside. It took us about 20 days. Okay, it took us about 20 days to make that same move to the upside. So I feel like this is a very healthy move to the downside, and it was bound to happen sooner than later, because we were literally at the top of this trend line resistance that I had drawn here. And I had these Fibonacci levels drawn in here because we're at this all-time high level, and I didn't know where we were going to go else. I really didn't know where we were going to go because we were very overbought. But the thing is, you can never go on the signal of overbought. So basically what I did is I took this high here to this low down here, and then I had these Fibonacci levels. See, this 1.6 was hit, this 2.6 was hit, this 3.6, and then this 4.6 is where the market turned around and was like, okay, we are overextended. Let's look for a down move to the downside. So what I'm looking at right now is that at the S&P 500 is that we could possibly push down to about 3,280, and then only will we be looking for a bullish move to the upside, guys. Remember, you want to buy low and you want to sell high. You want to buy in an uptrend, you want to buy at support, and in a downtrend, you want to sell off of resistance. Okay, guys. So if we see this thing push to the downside right now during this week, guys, that is very healthy. It allows us, some of us, to get into the market at a lower price and hold these trades for a bit longer. I honestly believe like the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are going to push higher. So let's honestly see what happens right now. As you can see, guys, there's really no trade setup. If we look at the hourly time frame, you guys can see but basically we pushed up, and what I feel might happen is if we don't take out this resistance line I have drawn here, we might just push to the downside and actually go test this level around here, this resistance support level I have here. And remember, guys, this weekly, monthly trend line I have drawn here, okay, that is support. So let's see, let's keep our eye on it, and I'll definitely keep those on the group chat, alerted of any big news that we should be expecting during this week, either to the upside or to the downside. But guys, if we do not lose 3,200, we are still in a bull market. We are still in a bull market. We're still looking to buy off of support, and until we lose this level, then only will my mindset shift to, okay, now let's look for selling setups. Okay, let's get into NASDAQ. I know a lot of you guys love NASDAQ. I love NASDAQ as well. To be honest with you guys, I haven't lost a trade in a really long time trading NASDAQ. This is one of my most favorite pairs to trade, and I have so much faith in it because it just follows structures most times to the way I want it to go. So guys, but by no means am I a financial advisor. I am just a forex trader, a day trader, whatever it is you want to call it. And I've learned the skill on how to actually make money in the markets, and I'm basically sharing that skill with you guys as well, and hoping to impact the lives of other people as well. So guys, let's look at the NASDAQ on a weekly. Look at this. You see this line that we have here, this trend line that we have here. This is basically our support right now. It was resistance around June, late June, and then in July it became support. So what we're looking for right now with the NASDAQ on the daily, let's see what's happening on the daily. Guys, I have not looked at the markets ever since last week's close, so I'm basically seeing the markets for the first time right now. And what I want to show you guys is that we still have big levels to the upside. We still have levels to the upside. I don't know if NASDAQ can reach 17,000, but basically this is just a Fibonacci level that I drew, just like on the S&P 500. If the market can push to the upside, these are the levels we're looking for, for it to overextend. Okay, let's just get that out of the way and just look at what's currently happening right now. Okay, so on Friday, was it um, was it Thursday? We had this big move to the downside. Fortunately, we actually got out of the trade when we reached the top of this Fibonacci level that I have drawn here, and we were like, okay, guys, we're no more buying Nasdaq. It seems to be overbought, and right now we're just gonna wait and see what happens. Okay. So as you guys can see, we had these big 3 days to the downside. Today we're still going to the downside, and what I see NASDAQ doing is I see it coming down to this level right here to about 11,000, and then it may possibly push to the upside. If we do lose 11,000, then my perspective will change a bit, and hopefully, if we lose 11,000, we're probably going to come test this monthly trend line support that we have here at about 10,600, 10,500. If we maybe fake out, break out that, let's say we go down, and then we maybe come off here, and then just do something, and then push to the upside. That is very healthy for me, guys. Or what we could possibly do is break below it, test it, and then push to the downside. So those are the two things I'm looking at right now. I'm honestly not in a trade right now. I'm just looking and waiting to see what actually plays out this week, because after that big sell-off, I don't want to be on the wrong side of the trade, expecting to buy, buy the dips, because that sell-off last week was really heavy. And honestly, guys, we just have to be patient. NASDAQ, you have to be patient, guys. You have to be patient if you want to succeed. Trading NASDAQ, you have to be very patient. As you guys can see, same thing as the S&P 500, guys. Same thing as the S&P 500. Um, I honestly feel like I've covered enough. Let's see what happens at these levels. Let's see what happens at these levels. If you're not on the group chat, feel free to WhatsApp me and I'll add you to the group chat. And let's make money together. But honestly, this move to the upside, guys, we made so much money, and hopefully we can make even more before the end of the year. Okay, so that is NASDAQ for you guys. Let us look at the Dow Jones, see what is happening with the Dow Jones. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. So this is what we were speaking about last week in the last video. We had this channel here, and then we were expecting a move to the upside. We were just shy of that target by a few points, and we had that big sell-off. So let me just readjust this trend line, and actually drag it a bit further and actually see. Okay, let's go to the daily time frame and see what's happening. So you guys can see how important this trend line is, guys. This trend line is really solid. Let me just adjust it a bit. Okay. But I feel like, guys, this week is going to be an amazing week in the markets. If things don't get any worse, they're only going to get much better. Okay. So right now with the Dow Jones on the 4-hour time frame, what I'm seeing here is that just like the same thing with NASDAQ and S&P 500, what we can expect to see is a move to the support level that I have down here. As you can see, guys, this is in a down movement, guys. We're having big candlesticks down, a few blue candlesticks up, but the bigger portions are to the downside. Okay, so if we can see this thing at least come down maybe to this level here, I'll be happy to possibly look for buying setups and then look for a move to the upside ultimately. Okay, so guys, it's pretty simple. You just need to be patient to succeed in these markets, and as you guys know, indices pay really well if you're getting at the right time. So guys, just be patient, and this thing will play out. For now, guys, to be honest, from my personal perspective, it's okay to be on the sidelines right now. It's okay to be on the sidelines. There's really no trade. Unless you're prepared to take a trade to the downside. If you are prepared to risk, I would say risk really small amounts. Let me give you guys an example. Risk a really small amount for those that are really eager to get into the market. Okay, so for shorting position, if I had to get into the downside, This would be my trade. This would be my trade to the downside. This would be my trade. Look at this trade. A 1 to 3. A 1 to 3, guys. You're only risking 1 to make 3, guys. Awesome trade. But honestly, I'm not going to take this trade because I'm honestly looking for the move to the upside. And this would possibly be my move to the upside if things play out the way we expect them to. Okay, just have a little tight stop around there. That would be an awesome trade. What is that? 1 to 4, maybe 1 to 5, guys. Awesome trade, guys. So let's see what plays out this week, and hopefully these trades go into our potential zones before the end of the week. Okay, so let's go check out gold. So guys, I trade plenty of, I literally trade everything that moves, and I love the markets, guys. I honestly love the markets, but I'm just gonna keep this video quick for you guys watching. So gold, guys, the main topic. Gold. So guys, to be honest, last week we got stomped out. We really got stomped out last week. Let's look at it on the daily time frame so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at right now. Okay. So as you guys can see, this is an all-time high, guys. This is the all-time high. If you go back and look at about 2011, you'll see this was the highest price gold has ever been. So this was our resistance prior. This was our resistance around July, and literally flew through it. We came, retested it, and we've ever since been consolidating. So what we were expecting last week was when we saw price reach this level, we're expecting to push to the upside and maybe test this 2070 level, but it actually just turned around and then hit our stop losses, and that's why you want to have a tight stop loss, guys. But what we're looking at right now is, as long as the market stays above this 1900 level, we're still looking for buying setup. So possibly this could be our next trade to the upside. This could possibly be our next trade to the upside. I honestly feel gold is going to go to the moon just because of what's happening in the world right now. Gold is the best value for money right now. Okay, let's see how much we could risk. The 1 to 7 trade, I feel that is a really good trade. Just below that resistance support area, just to make sure for those those stop hunts that we don't get hit. But honestly, this is what I'm looking for in terms of gold right now. And the nice thing I like about it is, if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, what I want to show you guys on the 4-hour time frame is that we're above this line that I have here. We're above this line. Okay, so that means we actually broke out, we're retesting, and we're possibly going to see a move to the upside. Okay, so we're possibly going to see a move to the upside. If we could see maybe even a test of this area, that would be very nice. That could be our first target, 1980. That could be our first target to the upside. But that's gold, guys, right now. Let's see what's happening with silver. Maybe silver has been performing really well. Okay, so as you guys can see, we took this trade again to the upside here. We locked profits, and our profits literally we got out and break even. So right now, same thing with gold, guys. We're expecting silver to go to the moon, and let's just look at the targets that we have in play right now. We have about 35,000 as our next target. If we can get above this 2900 level, honestly, I feel gold is going to 35,000. And I want to show you guys on the weekly time frame why I believe it will go there. I'll actually show you on the monthly. Show you guys on the monthly retail. Oh, This is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. This is just a small retracement, guys. This is just a small retracement. As you can see, guys, the all-time high is about 50,000. Remember, gold has reached, it has surpassed its all-time high. Silver has not, and it potentially could. So let's see what plays out with silver, and that's honestly what I'm looking at right now for just a small retracement. Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin is exploding. We had a deep sell-off last week as well. I don't know if this thing is correlated with the indices, but as you guys can see, we had this down day here, this big down day. Let's look at it on the weekly. And damn. So I honestly did not see this coming. I was not watching the market at all. But this price action that was happening around here, if you guys could maybe see this pattern that I'm seeing here, is that we had this shoulder here. I don't know if you guys can see it. We had this shoulder here. We had the head here. You see it, and then we have the other shoulder. This was a really nice head and shoulders. I didn't really notice it until I looked at it right now. And as you can see, guys, we have, you know, from the top to here, I think honestly this trade has played out. Yeah, this was an awesome trade for those that actually spotted the head and shoulders trade. That was an awesome trade. But for now, guys, we have this purple line, and basically this holds Bitcoin in a bullish trend. If we lose this pink line at around 9,000, if we lose 9,000, guys, honestly, be on the sidelines, see what happens with Bitcoin. Because, guys, remember, Bitcoin is more speculative, but I honestly have faith in it. Um, I honestly believe it can go test its previous high at about 20,000. But let's see what happens around this level. I'll only be prepared to add on to this Bitcoin trade once it gets above 10,500 again. But until then, you're just sitting on the sidelines. So guys, that is the video for this week on indices, gold, and Bitcoin. If you guys enjoyed it, please do definitely leave a subscribe below, and we'll be back next week with another one, or in the middle of the week if something is really happening, if there's some action in the charts, we will be back with another one. And if you guys would like to join our team of traders and actually learn how to trade from scratch, you know, even if you're already a good trader but you want to perfect your skills even better, guys, we have an amazing program that can take your trading to the next level. So definitely be free to grab my numbers below, and check us out again on TradeHouse Billionaires. We have a page on Instagram, Facebook, and feel free to contact us, guys, and we'll see what we can do to absolutely kill the charts, guys. But again, have a blessed week, and definitely do check out other videos we have for Forex and volatility. Stay blessed.